This was by far one of the, I don't want to say hardest, but I don't want to say most painful. It was a pain. But basically, if I go to this, oh, there it is. 2 barrels, 2 receivers, the link, the blueprint. Doesn't need any organ cells though. Most of the time, Prime stuff tends to need those. Not only that, but it's only a 12-hour build. Yeah, we'll be rushing this. Now, the blueprint is Tower 4 defense, 20 minutes, or 40. The barrel is Tower 4 interception, which is every 4 rounds, or 8 rounds, or 12 rounds, or... To be honest, if you get past 12, you're better at this game than me, because after 12 it starts to become a pain. Especially if Vo doesn't turn up until way after that. Because it can happen. I haven't had it happen, luckily. I tend to leave around 8. But there was once I did try and go 12. I might have to do that again, actually. Anyway, the receiver, Tower 2 sabotage. The receiver is actually pretty easy to get a hold of over here. And the link, Tower 4 survival. 20 minutes, 40 minutes, or 60 minutes. What rotation C. And this is a pain. I don't know what's going on, but my game is acting really weird since this update. Oh, normal ones, special ones. Actually, the difference visually isn't really that much between them. I like that. They just kind of added this bit on the front and a cage that goes around there to match the one that's around the back. That's nice. The big difference here is in the damage numbers. Massive. Just massive. Status, 30%. Oh yeah, you know I'm going full status with these things. At least, hopefully. Fingers crossed on that one. The fire rate has gone down, but the magazine has gone up. Nothing a few mods won't fix, I'm hoping. And weirdly, the crit multiplier has gone up, but the crit chance, whatever, didn't. And the accuracy's still the same, even though the fire rate has gone down. I thought the fire rate going down would raise the accuracy on these. Oh, they just look sexy as hell. Big fan of the original, so... Oh, V and a dash. Oh, hell yeah. These things are just... Oh. So this is the build I was planning on putting on this. I was actually about to put a... third former on it. I've put 2 V's on it when I suddenly realised something that wasn't there last night, because I got this thing to 30, put all the mods in I needed, apart from I think I missed off that one. It needed format, so I formatted it, got it back up, put the same build on again. It was still only 99.9% status. I remember this because I put sure shot on here, and it was still 99% status. Taking that off, it's still 100. Take one of these mods off, it's 99.4. I don't understand how it suddenly went up. That's something that's kind of weird. Now, people would disagree with putting Pummel on here, but it did take the impact from 193.2 to 425. That's the reason that that is on there. The elemental thing, as usual, you can just kind of swap them around. If you do want to go for a straight up status build, this dash is also useful, because if I go for corrosive and blast, I can, yeah, there it is, put that in, and the corrosive's now 676. So you can increase the elemental side using that same polarity, but I'm kind of going to stick with increasing the physical side of it on this, because it already has 100% status, so increasing the physical could come in useful. These things were the solution for, I think they were called spray and pray weapons. The Twin Viper suffered from it. It's 25 accuracy, nope, 25 fire rate, 8.7 accuracy. Twin Viper or Wraith Twin Viper, whatever they were called, solved this with an 11.1. The easy solution to this was the Twin Grakata, but let's be honest, they're primaries. That's cheating, so for this point, I've thrown them out the window, which I probably shouldn't have done. The dual Sestra is probably the best example of trying to solve this. 12.5 fire rate, 20 accuracy. The AK Stilettos are still the ultimate solution to this. I mean, the AK Somati and the AK Zany have... I think the AK Somati was a 12.5, the AK Zany was a 20. But the accuracy on both was 8.7. The AK Stilettos was a 10 fire rate, so it's not insanely fast, but still pretty fast. But a 23.5 accuracy. That carried over. Unfortunately, the fire rate did go down. So these things are still pretty accurate, but this style of weapon is pretty useless at long range. Which left the Vacor Maylock, first off, it does 4 times the damage than these things do, which I didn't even think when these things were first coming out, because I've mentioned it in a lot of different places. The Vacor Maylock is hopefully going to be knocked off its throne by these. Nope, not going to happen, because these don't do enough damage. There's something like 4 times total on all the physical damage less with this thing, but damn, I still love these things quite a bit, because I retired pretty much all secondaries for the AK Stilettos when they first came, even after the AK Somati came out, still going back to the Stilettos. I think I did the same with the AK Zany, which looks like a power drill. Still went back to the AK Stilettos because they had better accuracy, which meant they had a little bit longer range than the other ones did. These things still have that little bit of range, but lowering the accuracy, lowering the fire rate, I kind of wish they'd up the accuracy, even if just to 28. Still sticking below 30, so it's still pretty rubbish at long range, but it would be a little bit better. And if they had have done that, these things would have been amazing. Because they didn't do that, it kind of left me feeling like these things were just kind of another... I don't want to say failed attempt at a prime weapon, because they are a massive improvement over the AK Stilettos. I mean, massive improvement. Everything is almost doubled on it. The status on it makes it a hell of a good weapon. In fact, you can get it to 100% status with optional elemental combos on there. Assuming you have the mods to do that, that is. If you don't, you're kind of screwed and the 30% status becomes pretty meaningless. You may as well just go back to the AK Maylock, because that can hit 100% status without those 4 mods. You can do it with 3. And weirdly, you can actually get those 3 in-game. When it came to the higher level stuff, I found them puttering out around 65-ish, so around mid-60s. They will go higher. I mean, you can probably just go straight up elemental build. Put 1 element on there, don't go for the 100% element. That was just kind of because it can kind of build I had on there. There's lots of different builds you can put on these, make them go much higher than that. I found them very fun to use, despite the fact that it still has the same accuracy as the normal one, so it still suffers from a lack of range more than anything else. But it was still nice, and it was still fun, and to be honest, if you want a ranged secondary, you wouldn't use these anyway. And after using things like the Kullstar for so long, and the Angstrom, and the Sonicor, and the other... Oh no, I forgot the name of it. They've got the Sonicor and the other one, is it the Staticor? Yeah, that's the one, the Staticor. After using them for so long, I don't really use stuff for long range anymore, and if I do, I usually go for the Maylock, because it just has better numbers. The Spira's also good for this, but that's besides the point. So I still like these things, they were still fun to use, they were just such a pain in the butt to get a hold of to begin with, that by the time you'd got them and built them, or by the time you'd formed them and then realised, oh no, I actually need 2 of each component apart from the link, then formed it some more, it was still fun to use these things, because I haven't used this style weapon in so long. I'm going to keep them equipped for probably the whole length of farming everything, and even maybe after that.